Welcome back, everybody. It's DJ from Boys on the Bench, and full transparency, yesterday was just honestly a day to forget. Went 1-4 yesterday, made 5 picks. Jaren Jackson did not play, so we only had 4 opportunities to cash out and didn't go the way that we thought. Jaden Ivey was the only one that hit here, and honestly, never really a sweat. He hit it fairly early. Anthony Edwards, as we can see at the top, 3 fouls in about the first 12 minutes of play, so really limiting his playing opportunity. Did end up with high minutes, but I think he had to play very conservatively, which we were looking for steals and not really what we're wanting to see from him. Nick's game was a blowout from the beginning, and Brunson, oddly enough, had very little usage and really any play in that. So that kind of sucked for us there. Fox, so close to hitting that over. Really just needed 2 more points from him. But as we can see, started very slow and did very little too late. So anyways, that was yesterday. Moving on today, I am all about forgetting that. But before we jump into today's picks, guys, please make sure you are subscribing to this channel, hitting that bell notification, because I will be posting in here daily on these NBA prize pick bets. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into today's picks. First pick I have today is Chet Holmgren going under 17.5 points. Miami has continued to dominate centers all year long by allowing the least amount of points to this position. So honestly, this is kind of a trend that I have been following, is taking the unders for these centers in these matchups. They're only allowing 18.6 points per game to that center position. And Chet's line is currently at 17.5, so he's kind of pushing that number at which they currently allow to that center position. But the reason that this is, Miami is playing at a very slow pace of play, so this is likely to limit his opportunities in this game. And also, Miami is very good at limiting the 2-point attempts, where we see Chet shooting 67% of his opportunities. He has been shooting a lot of threes lately, but I don't think that this game is going to flow through him. I think it's going to be more of Shea, Jalen Williams, and everyone else on the outside, allowing him to work inside where he has been lately. So 17.5, I feel very comfortable taking him here. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. It is another center play, and that's Alperin again, under 37.5 points plus rebounds plus assist. Now, Chicago allows a ton of points from 3 and really not a lot from 2s. And you can see that if you were following a couple days ago, we did hit on a Miles Bridges three-pointers made, just because of the volume that the 3 points are shot against the Chicago team. Now, to our benefit with this pick and kind of the reasoning behind why I did that, not only are threes not really part of Sengun's game, but they're really not a part of the Rockets game either. So considering that, I don't think that, Sengun is going to necessarily score a whole lot, but even with his assist opportunities, most of the opportunities come from the inside and not the out. So I think he's going to find it highly difficult to not only score, but to get a lot of assists. So also, both teams are playing at a very low pace of play in this league, in the NBA this season, both bottom 8 in the league. So again, kind of all signs pointing towards the under here with his ability to score and get assists versus this defense, but then also playing at a very slow pace of play. Moving on to the next one, Terry Rozier going under 12.5 rebounds plus assists. I felt like when I first saw this line that it was kind of someone messed up. He's only hit this line in 6 out of his 23 games this season and only 2 out of his last 11. So not really sure what's going on. They did face each other a couple days ago, and we even saw Rozier. He went off scoring-wise, scoring 34 points, but then only had 3 rebounds and 6 assists, giving him only 9 rebounds plus assists. So really, he had a cushion of 3 technically with this line of 12.5. So make sure you're jumping on this. I do expect that to maybe change. Sacramento does allow a good amount of points to that shooting guard position, like we saw in their previous matchup, but they are top 6 in both rebounds and assists. So again, 12.5 seems a little high for Terry Rozier in the Charlotte Hornets offense. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one, though. Kind of same position, staying with the shooting guards, and that's DeMar DeRozan going under 29.5 points plus rebounds plus assist. Houston has continued to be one of the most dominant defenses in the league, but especially when it comes to defending the 2-point attempts. They have allowed the 5th least amount of 2-point scoring in the game and the 8th fewest rate at which 2 points are shot versus them. So really, DeMar is shooting one of the probably one of the highest clips as a shooting guard for 2-point attempts, where he's taking 84% of his shots from 2-point attempts. He really does not shoot from the outside. So I think, again, scoring is a big part of this points plus rebounds plus assists. So I think he'll probably end up somewhere in the low teens if I had to guess. So really looking for a lot of rebounds and assists in this game, and I don't really see that here. Houston versus shooting guards also allowing the second fewest total points plus rebounds assists allowed to shooting guards. So really, shooting guards have found it highly difficult to be even efficient at all versus them. So I do expect a lot from both the point guard, Kobe White, and center, Nikola Vucevic. It does look like Nikola is going to be back for this game. Those are the two positions where we see Houston allowing the most points and honestly usage as versus that points guard and center position. So don't expect from a DeMar a lot here. So definitely taking that under 29.5 in this game. Now we do have one more pick, and in that final pick, it's Tyrese Maxey going under 35.5 points plus rebounds. It looks like Joel Embiid is expected to miss this game, and in games where Embiid is out, Maxey has struggled greatly. Looking back at the 7 games where we've looked at where Embiid is out, Maxey has only hit this 35.5 points plus rebounds in 1 out of the 7 games where we see Embiid not in there. So in the next time it was, he really only had one other time where he was fairly close within 2 to 3 points and rebounds. But then other than that, he's sitting around the 25, 26 mark. And then some games are even lower than that. So he really has a big cushion here. So definitely jump on that, especially if Embiid is out here. Atlanta plays the top 5 pace, which is why maybe the books are thinking that he's going to have a lot more opportunities here. But the Atlanta defense does a really good job at stopping point guards. Currently allow the 6th fewest in terms of points and rebounds. So very good versus that point guard position. So I think Tyrese Maxey is going to struggle again without Embiid in there. That offense runs through Embiid. And Maxey is really just a good compliment. He's still kind of a young buck in the league, still trying to figure it out, and it definitely helps having Embiid there with him. Even in those 2 games where we did see Embiid in there with him, he still did not hit this line. He had 19 points, 4 rebounds, and then 30 points and 2 rebounds. So the highest he had was 32 versus this Atlanta, with Embiid in there. So anyways, these are my 5 picks. It does give you a 10 times multiplier, hoping for a lot better day today. You can see here, I did go all unders. I know that that's kind of been a recent trend that I have been seeing with PrizePicks and the amount of picks that are being made on overs. So they do juice those up a little bit more. So it is always a safer option to take these unders on PrizePicks, and that's the approach that I took in this one, hoping that it'll pan out for me. But again, please make sure you are subscribing to this channel, hitting that bell notification, giving me a like, and as always, drop your comments below. Let me know which ones you're tailing, which ones you don't like at all. I would always love to hear your opinion on that. It also helps getting this video pushed out to more people, trying to help them win more money. Anyways, I will see y'all next time. Good luck.